Good to see you, Michael Irvin.
It's a lot in there, Rich. It's a lot in there, Rich. It's unique. Everybody laughed. First time you seen. That's the first time you guys saw that.
Yeah,
the Dak Prescott commercial.
Yeah,
it is real. And by the way, it's on his social media accounts. Right. It is to try and screen. You have a home testing for colon cancer. It is a great cause. It is
great and
it is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I was that Ryan Reynolds' voice at the end? I think that's what it sounded like to me.
Really?
But the different stickers that you put on the bottom of what contains what you're, if you will, putting a sample into are all teams that he's going, old-timey prospectors, 49ers. I see mammals, which is Dolphins. Right.
Marine life.
And then of course, an eagle
which
at the
great.
bottom.
Right, which is great.
Perfect timing for Sunday.
What's going to happen?
Right.
What is going to happen?
And the face at the end,
what
with the
is
sticker
going
at
to
the
happen,
end,
Rich?
was Deadpool. It really was Ryan Reynolds. It's great.
Right. But now it's a great commercial, and I love how it starts out. When you're the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, a lot of people talk a lot of, you know what I'm saying, dropping the word. So it's great. While it's going good, it's great,
isn't it?
But boy, if this thing turn, that commercial gonna turn. All of them shit jokes. Well, y'all got the button on that, right?
We had it installed a few weeks ago.
All them buttons, all
all of
of that. Oh, and then they're going to be putting Dak on the bottom of that thing. That's what it's.
But let's be more positive,
as long as it goes good, that's going to be a great commercial. If it goes, you know what I mean, it's going all the way.
Well, let's look at it positive. Let's say this. The bowl is half full. Okay.
Yeah,
so let's go there.
Half full.
The commode is half full.
That's pretty good, though, Rich.
You know what I'm
good.
saying, Mike?
That's pretty good. I like that.
So
I like that.
What do you think about Sunday night? Let's just jump right into it. Let's go.
I feel good about Sunday night. You know what? I'll tell you what. I said last week I had never been vexed in calling a game, and that was that Philly-San Fran game, just because the matchup and what Philly had done in that game was in Philly. This game I feel good about Dallas. I feel good about where they are. Dallas is 14 straight home games. Yeah. So, and I've heard the guys talk about this streak they got at home and how much it matters to them. So I feel good about that. Many plans. Remember how Dak, I should say, finished that game in Philadelphia. You know, had a big fourth quarter, threw the ball all over the field. I need him to start this game like that and try to put Philly in one of those situations early on. But it's going to be a great game.
Well, it makes sense for him to be able to do that because of a couple things. You just saw the Philadelphia defense is exploitable. Right. And number two,
Slay.
I mean, you name another. Their offense is up there right now. Dolphins. Name another offense in the NFL. You can't put anybody above Dallas right now. They are crushing it. You know, McCarthy, when he took over the play calling, I know there was a lot of okay, good luck with that, bringing that old school mentality here. And
but I think it worked.
But my God, has it worked? And so you have had a front row seat to CeeDee Lamb's ascension. What is different? What is changed at all? Or is it just this is the natural, order of things for
things
him?
Have changed because they've given him more opportunities. You've heard many times when Troy would be doing a game and he said, hey, he's one-on-one. Why are we doing all this other stuff once he's one-on-one? You got to just go back to him and throw the ball to him. They're starting to do that more. And they put him inside and outside. They gave him more opportunities outside. Outside wide receiver, you get to do some one-on-one things. When you leave somebody inside so much, and they were playing them a lot inside, you're more apt and they're more able. They're more apt and they're more able to double team you because they always have help around you.
Right.
So then you start putting them out. A lot of that stuff, man, moving them around. You see them doing now with CeeDee what they do with Tyreek Hill, giving them, tall sweeps and pitches, let him run the ball. So now that makes a stress on the defense because the whole defensive point has been about CeeDee Lamb all year long. He has to be. They still have to work on getting a better run game, a more consistent run game, and they're going to need it here in Philly because I think Philly's going to come out and say, hey, all right, we've been throwing the ball all over the yard. Let us try to slow your game down and just pound you to death. And Dallas, you got to deal with stopping the run, I believe.
Okay, so there's that. Just before we move on in this conversation, what are your talks with CeeDee like? What do you pull him aside? Could take us inside what you.
I love CeeDee.
Take us inside the 88 club. You know, TJ's wearing the shirt.
Right. Well, yeah, and TJ, he has the shirt on, right?
Yeah, he got it.
And he got all the CDs as, of course, Drew, Dez, and CeeDee. See that right there? I said, you're mixing somebody. And, he's missing the Post Malone. Got to put Post Malone. Post will be offended by that shirt. Post is in the 88 club. You got to put him on there.
With all due respect, he never scored a touchdown.
Our group text, it's us and Post, on the group text. So when CD's playing, everybody's group texting, Post, Drew.
Why is Post Malone in the 88 club?
Because we brought him in.
How can I get in the 88 club?
Christian them. Huh? Post came up Cowboy. He's Cowboys, so
He's been holding down the fort for the Cowboys from Western Pennsylvania, Mike.
Yeah, I know, but Post's dad parked cars over there. He grew up as a Cowboy, so.
All right, so Post Malone, I had no idea there could be honorary members of the 88 Club.
Yeah. You got to be able to take the number to higher heights.
Okay.
You can't just come in and can't be a great asset and then just try to be a liability. Post Malone takes that 88 to a higher height.
Okay, now I see it. Okay. So then what do you talk about with CeeDee?
We just talk about the kind of year
Does he pick your brain? Does he pick your brain at all? What is happening?
Well, with CeeDee, listen, CeeDee he's so tuned in right now. When I talk to him, I say, you know what 88's about? He said, I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
So not much needs to be said.
It's nothing to be said. We talked about it when we first got it. When he first sat down and talked about it, I said, man, there's a difference. When you wear this number, honestly, when you step with this number, because he was in the number 2, I said, you wear number 2, wear number 2. But if you wear this number, it's different. It's going to give everybody hope. Because when this number's on the field, there's hope for championships. This is a championship number.
Yeah, I remember when you got drafted, you told him you need to wear this number.
And now,
I remember that.
And I think I don't know, he's taking it on now. Mm-hmm. He can appreciate it. And I'm telling you something, man, he's just a great dude. When I went through something, he came, we were talking, man, and I texted him. I came, went to see him, he hugged me and grabbed me and walked off. And he didn't know that I was going through anything. But, man, it just meant so much to him. And I texted him back later. I say, man, that's just the power that the 88 has and what you're doing on the field, I said, I know if you made this old 88 feel better, I know what you could do for kids wearing that 88, so I just appreciate you. You know what I mean? Those kind of conversations we have, too, because he's just a good dude, man. I'm so proud of him and proud of the success he's had.
Well, you divide 88 by Aikman's number, right, and you come up with 11, and that's Micah Parsons. What do you think about that math? You probably never thought about that math,
good, right? I never thought about it.
Yeah, you divide your 88 club by your quarterback, and you come up with
you come up with 11. And that's the guy right there. He's already said that we need a significant win, and you need to dominate.
Yes.
You need to dominate someone. I don't know about dominating. I would like to see that because I think, there's still some things the Dallas defense has to prove.
Well, in terms of that, I don't know if you covered this on Undisputed this morning because, we're kind of up against you in a way.
Yeah.
So did you hear what Nick Bosa had to say with the blueprint? Have you heard about that?
Oh, I have not.
Okay, here we go. This was Nick Bosa saying that he believes what the 49ers did against the Eagles offense is a blueprint that others can follow. It sounds like he is advocating that the Niners cracked a code on Sunday. Here we go. Here it is.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on tape, though. And then, obviously, we put the blueprint out there. Hopefully, Cowboys watch the tape. We made Jalen stay in the pocket and escape outside instead of those B-gaps, and paid off. Because Jalen's looking at the rush every play. So, yeah, you just have to be disciplined and not give him that quick escape route where he could get to his guys quick.
All right, blueprint. What do you think?
That's interesting.
Do you think there's a blueprint?
That's interesting, man. I got to go look back. I got to go look at the game now and watch them do it and see it, and then see if the let me Let me tell y'all something about this blueprint stuff.
Okay.
You can write up a blueprint with the greatest whoever writes them up. But if you don't have the people to perform what someone wrote, then you just looking at a piece of paper with some ink on it. Come on. Let's stop playing. You know what I mean? I got to go make sure you got the pieces in place to do the blueprint, to run the blueprint. We just say, oh, got a blueprint. That's all good. We got a lot of things. But can you actually function and make it? And there's the difference. Everybody's going to hear it, and everybody's going to try it. But very few will succeed with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, but you guys have the
I just
pieces.
hope Cowboys going to be one of them.
Well, I mean, Tank Lawrence, obviously you got Micah, and then the back end.
But what I heard him say is, you got to keep them in the pocket, all right?
Yes.
Slow ride. Don't give them those quick outs, those quick ins. Now, they're strong, and Dallas has got much better up the middle of the field with Maz and all those guys stopping the run and everything, so it gives you a chance. But in staying laying integrity and making sure he goes one way or the other, and it affects his ability to throw back. It sounds great. But getting it done is a whole nother thing, and the Cowboys do have some of that talent.
Okay. When you played, you disliked Philadelphia the most?
I don't say I dislike. Yeah, I disliked them the most. Yeah, it was Philly. But in Washington, but remember now, because we had Arizona was not. We beat them all the time. But between Washington and Philly, yeah. But remember this, what Dallas is going through now. Before we really ran off with San Francisco, we had to deal with Philadelphia too to get to our dynasty. I was literally when they had Jerome Brown and Reggie White and all those dudes, man, them boys were real, boy. I had a lineman. I told you I had a lineman say he wasn't playing. I said, man, what's wrong with you? He said, I'm hurt. I said, well, hurt where? Because we're going up against Jerome Brown and Reggie White. I said, where are you hurt? He said to me, somewhere in here. I said, what? You want to get your butt on this football field. He didn't want to go up against Reggie. He just said somewhere in here. You know ain't nobody heard if he said somewhere in here. You didn't want to deal with that. So getting over this Philly hump is one thing, and we did it before. We'll do it again. Then you got to go and deal with that San Francisco hump that they got.
The famed Jimmy Johnson, right? And Buddy Ryan, didn't he say that he got his fat butt back in the locker room?
Well,
you were on the field for that game,
That was a scary team, though, dog.
What, the Eagles?
The Eagles team back then, it was a scary. Eric Allen, they had Waters, Andre Waters, God bless him. You know what I mean? Think about it, man. Seth, Clyde, they had some boys, dogs on that team, man. Ooh, we had to overcome them, and that's what Dallas has to do.
You never had to chip Reggie White, did you?
No, I ain't chipping nobody. Nobody. Ain't nowhere in none of my contract where they going to incentivize me to chip. So that chip is out. You better get somebody else in here.
They're getting Novacek. That's Novacek's job.
That's Novacek's job. I just want to catch the ball.
That's Witten's job.
Like me, I used to tell them I do one thing and do it right.
Right.
Do one thing and do it right. But this can't get rich. I'm telling you, this game is going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a great game. Dallas needs this game so bad. This is such a bigger game for Dallas than it is for Philadelphia.
You think so?
Oh,
well, I mean,
it ain't close. Close.
Philly could bury the Cowboys in the East for this.
Yeah,
I mean, not bury for the season, obviously, but basically the Cowboys, and that's why I'm sure you're saying it's a big path, because the Cowboys' path, if they lose this, goes through a wild card visit to the NFC South winner, just like last year, and then potentially another visit to Philadelphia or San Francisco or maybe even Detroit. Maybe I don't know how it's going to work.
I'm okay with any of those visits. I'm just not at San Francisco right now. You know, but those other visits, I'm okay with it. So that's why I say it's more important to Dallas. Just for the mindset. I don't care if Dallas has to go back to Philly. You out of bounds. The commercial, I said in commercial, just got to stay in bounds. You win that game, got to stay in bounds. That's a close game. You played it there. You can go back up there and win that football game. So I'm not overly concerned with that. I'm just saying you need your psyche right. You need to do this here, right here. And here's the funny part. You have this record at home. Now, protect it. And if you do it right and it falls back, maybe you can get that thing coming back through home where you can lock it down. But I'm not overly concerned with them going back to Philly.
Are you concerned that when we pick this game on Sunday, there'll be 5 stars in the bottom of the screen?
Oh, no. No. There won't be 5 stars. No.
I think there will be.
No. Nobody's.
So you don't want it to be that way?
No, I don't think it'll be that.
Oh,
I really don't think.
I do.
No, Kurt will find something wrong.
You do know that you know the only person who can catch you right now in the pick standings. You're looking at him right here. I'm only 3 back.
I find
everyone else is falling. It's like first alert. They have fallen. They cannot get up. Kurt, Mooch, Lone Wolf, the Patriots, and the Jets last week.
Yeah.
It is a week that we will never forget for Mooch.
But my job also, we got to. You see how great this dude is. Yo, do you understand this? I love him. You see how great he is. Rich took me. I'm the leader. I'm the leader, but Rich took this thing and made it great. He's the only one that can catch me. They just glossed over that I'm lead.
No.
See what I'm saying?
Here,
I work with this master over here. I know this boy. He's a master communicator. Yeah,
Lone darts
right there. That's some darts. You know what I mean? Ninjas.
Lone darts. What I plan to be is the Seahorn of this thing, which is to just lock it down.
What you think? See, look at that.
Lock it down. I'm Michael Irvin.
That's Seahorn.
Why is it disrespectful? Jason Seahorn was one of the greats of your era.
I love Seahorn, but I don't want the new generation to ever think and to be given these stories, these figmentations of other people's imaginations that are not anywhere near the reality of any man shutting me down named Jason Seahorn.
The audacity.
I don't know. So why do we keep bringing up Seahorn Island on game day morning? I don't know why we keep doing that.
Hey, what do y'all think of Dion, Darryl Green, all them dudes who really tried? What do you think they say? They say all that work I put in is Jason Seahorn getting all these props.
All right. Do I have you to the end of the hour? Or do you got to go?
I go. Come on, man.
Okay. We'll go to the end of the hour. Let's take a break. I want to talk about the rest of the NFL. Have you ever been in an action movie? You've done comedies, right?
Yeah, not an action movie, Rich. I always want to do an action movie.
Well, I mean, there's still time.
Yeah. You think so, Rich?
Still time.
Action, will it require me to actually do the action, like running fast and cutting on these knees?
No. I mean, you could do the shirt off thing, and you know.
Oh yeah, I know.
Even though you eat I don't know how he does it. If I ate like you, I would be. You'd roll me out here.
Different.
This guy's metabolism.
Different DNA structure.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, different DNA structure.
Seriously.
That's what Kurt tried.
Like what'd you do? Like in the back, there's like 3 open chips.
Kurt, I was starving
in our green room. I know. What are they feeding you? What are they feeding him on Pico? Is it baby fox spread? Is that what it is? Mike, you could turn your own microphone on. You're the sound guy.
Baby fox spread.
Baby fox spread.
That's fine.
Yeah. No, but I try. Listen, I try to do that. That eat when the sun up thing. You know what I mean? I try not to even eat breakfast. And I'm up so early all the time, so I don't try to eat like early.
All right.
You know, because my body just dumped all it needs.
Okay.
From the liver in the morning.
Okay. I need to learn.
Yeah.
But I mean, I see the way you eat sometimes. But you can do an action movie. Let's get Irvin an action movie.
I want to get better though. I really do. I want to be better. But then I'm so busy. I'm on the road all the time. You just eat what you got to eat when you got to eat.
You're doing fine.
Because I eat it for energy. See, some people eat for pleasure. I'm eating
mooch.
for purpose.
Understood. That's not mooch. That's not mooch.
I'm just eating to get some energy to go do what I got to do. That's purpose.
It makes sense. Total complete sense. Michael Irvin here. On the Rich Eisen Show, we're back on the radio show. Michael Irvin here. We're just talking on our Roku channel feed about maybe being an action hero, film star like Arnold's coming in. Did you put up the poll question? What would you rather be?
I did.
We put up a poll question. Would you rather have the nickname of the Playmaker or the Terminator? What are people voting on right now?
Right now,
Terminator's
sorry,
Irvin,
it's 64-36
yeah,
right now.
Terminator's a cold name.
Terminator,
yeah. And you can take it anywhere. You can take it anywhere. Terminator's always cool. But you can take Playmaker anywhere, too.
There you can.
Because you want to be a playmaker. Now, I would think now in this world, as sensitive as the world is, that people would kind of move away from wanting to terminate and Terminators and come on back towards Playmaker. You know what I mean?
I've never
in
asked...
all walks of life, go be a playmaker. Be a playmaker for your kids. Be a playmaker for your parents. Yeah. Be a playmaker at work. Be a playmaker in your social life. Be a playmaker. In all walks of life, be a Terminator. Be a Terminator for your kids. Be a Terminator for your parents.
It doesn't work.
I think Playmaker works better.
Ladies and gentlemen, vote for Playmaker.
Right.
I'm Michael Irvin, and I approve this message.
No, but I love Arnold. I don't want to get you.
No. I've never asked you this question. Who was the first to call you the Playmaker?
Winston Moss. Winston Moss. Remember Winston Moss?
Of course. So this was in college?
Well, right, in college. I just got in there. Remember Eddie Brown and Stanley Shakespeare had just went on, and everybody was wondering who's going to be the Miami wide receivers? I was, just a freshman, and we were outside making plays. I was outside making plays, and then Winston stood up and said, okay, there's a playmaker right there. And it just stuck from there. There's a playmaker right there. I'll never forget that.
In practice.
In practice. And it was over. Now, he didn't know a few weeks before that, I'm studying film, and Jimmy walks by, man. Oh, my God.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson, still chip bumps now. Walked by. I was just a freshman, and he said to me, hey, son. He said, Michael. I said, what's up, coach? Because, my coach had talked to him. I just lost my dad, working hard. I just want to play football, try to get to the league. He said, son. He said, you up here working? I said, yeah, coach, getting ready. He said, boy, everybody's wondering, what are we going to do at wide receiver? He said, wait till I show the world Michael. So wait till I show them you. Don't let me down. They got this place called Mahoney Pearson's. They're about 40 flights. I put on a 40-pound vest. I went up that thing so fast. Up and down. I wasn't going to let them down, man. So, it was just, man, that was a moment, man. And then I went out and started making plays. And that's when he called me the Playmaker.
Jimmy did.
No, Jimmy was, we were in the meeting room. Jimmy was talking about, we got to find playmakers. We need people to make plays out here. And then later on, I'm studying. Jimmy walked by, and he said that to me. And then the next week in practice, I was making plays. And Winston said, there's a playmaker. That was it, dude. I was over.
And it stuck.
It took off. I felt so good about it. I liked it. Boy, that's good. Boy, playmaker.
And here we are in 2023 with the Playmaker. You are definitely that, sir. Around. Thank God for that. Michael Irvin here, right on the Rich Eisen Show. Okay, so who's the best team in the AFC?
I interviewed Odell for the show here.
Okay.
Sunday. Odell Beckham yesterday. Boy, what a day yesterday was. I was all over the place in Miami with all these appearances and getting the shows in the interviews in. But, man, I really like, and it was an interesting interview because I really like what I heard from him and the development, because I've been going crazy about Lamar Jackson's development and how now I see some of Patrick Mahomes and how he's sitting in the pocket and he's really focused on the upfield. And I said, and he and I was having a conversation. And I said, how has it been? He said, it's been an adjustment. And I thought it made me think about it. I said, wow, I imagine so, because Odell, and I didn't think about it, Odell is a route running wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Lamar never really had a pure route runner like that. So all of his receivers have had the second and third routes catching passes. Like Lamar never was comfortable saying, I'm trusting you to get the square in, throwing it early. Never was comfortable saying, I'm going to throw this bang 8 before I see you open, like what Troy and I did. You see what I mean? So now Odell comes. When Odell's open, it's not something he trusts. So then he had to make an adjustment, but Lamar has to make that adjustment. Now Lamar sits in the pocket and he's getting the ball out, and I'm like, wow. Now I believe they can take down that thing in Kansas City because they come with physicality. You know, the run game, they come with a physical run game, and you add Lamarcus move-around ability and what Patrick Mahomes has up the field, yeah, that's dangerous. Right now, I like Miami. I like Baltimore. I like Miami because they're just so explosive.
Right.
I like Baltimore because they're just so physical.
So why not Kansas City to figure it out?
Well, listen, you see.
How many times have they been counted out in their Super Bowl era,
I love
man?
it, but there's only so much weight Mr. Atlas can carry. And Mr. Atlas has been carrying that thing, boy, and we keep just putting more and more weight on him. And that's Patrick Mahomes, you know. I said earlier, this is going to be a hard year for Travis Kelce. He's having a great year, but he's going to be beat up after this year. He'll feel more physically beat. Not just from all the Taylor Swift stuff.
He kind of looks already. No.
But I'm talking about from what happens on defense. You
can see it on the field, too.
Yes.
You can see.
Because they know, Rich, if you just slow him down, it slows this whole thing down.
So who's the answer? Rasheed Rice? Pacheco?
He's coming.
What
He's
do you think?
playing.
So what's the
Pacheco's
answer?
a good player, too. He plays hard. He runs hard.
Right.
And Rice is coming. And Rice, if he gets here, before the end of the year gets here, then they'll have a shot. But he's not here right now.
Okay.
He's not here right now.
All right. And the Dolphins, you think that they can win it all, too?
You guys see that we had the debate about, because Wes Welker said that Tyreek Hill is, I guess, basically better than Randy Moss. Did you guys not talk about that?
We have not, sir.
Do you, and listen, I said this. I understand what Wes Welker is saying. See, we see Randy Moss 6'4". He runs a 4.3. He's as fast as Tyreek. You say, oh, why wouldn't you want the height? You build a passing game around Randy Moss. They have built the whole offensive system around Tyreek Hill. You can't build the whole offensive system around Randy Moss. This dude is different. And as long as he's on the team, they are not out. I was so upset with Kansas City, man, because they cheated us. You don't think they cheated us? How would you let Tyreek leave Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce? I wanted to see that for the next 5 years.
Well, and I think everybody thought that he's going to go to Miami with Tua, new coach. Well, it's nice knowing you, Tyreek. And it's a totally different ball of wax.
You thought he was going to be gone and out of here.
Right,
and
certainly.
Okay,
and then he's coming out and saying, hey,
right.
Tua's just as good as Mahomes, if not a better thrower of the football.
Right.
And then McDaniel comes up with this release that Kyle Shanahan kind of refers to as a cheat release, where you kind of bend it right up to just at the snap, little like a CFL type sort of release.
Right, it's over.
And the way that they figure it out, and the way that Tyreek is smart enough to kind of change things up mid snap almost.
Right. It's incredible, Rich.
It's unique.
It's
you don't see it.
But the danger of it all is that little joker will catch the ball full speed running across the middle. See, little jokers like that didn't do that. You ain't little jokers, man. They fast, but it's small. They gonna be running through here. You'll knock them out. That little joker be running across the middle, wide open. Dude, and it be gone. He ain't scared of nothing. He ain't scared. It's a different dude right there. It's a different dude, man. He has seen routes, slant routes, anything, and he takes them and go. It is a phenomenal thing, man. That dude's a phenomenal player,
but
man.
If you had to put your marker in the 20 seconds I have left, Ravens is what you're saying.
I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens right now. But Tyreek Hill keeps Miami in it.
No. I mean, but if you had to put your marker, obviously it's wide open, which is kind of wonderful. All right, Michael Irvin, you're the man. Everybody catch him on game day morning, undisputed, at Michael Irvin 88. He's the playmaker. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Irvin.
I appreciate that. Enjoy my time.
So real quick, I've got 90 seconds.
Man.
You came in my ear and you said you popped in my ear and you said the following: is Tyreek Hill a Hall of Famer?
Oh yeah, Tyreek Hill's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. I don't see him slowing down. And even if he stopped right now, I think he would have to put him in the Hall of Fame. There's no doubt, man. Let's stop playing, man. You can project out, and you can say if something catastrophic happened to him and he got hurt,
sure,
you'll be saying, "Come on, man, what we saw that was just mind blowing." You still put him in the Hall of Fame.
So you think one day it's going to be the Nitschke luncheon.
Oh, yeah.
And it's time for Tyreek Hill to get his
We're
in
going
that
to
room.
stand up, and somebody's going to say, Cheetah. Cheetah going to be, Cheetah, come get your gold jacket.
You think so?
What? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no doubt.
Irv,
The dude changing the game, too, now, dog. He's changing this game, and it really is phenomenal. No, like you said, they expected him to go to Miami, and they didn't expect Miami to be where they are right now. And he just turned that whole team around. Did you guys see that announcer talking about Tua and how different he is now that he has Tyreek Hill, and how much more confident he shows? I mean, that it's special to watch.
McDaniel and Tyreek have kind of changed Tua's career path.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt.
Michael Irvin here on the Rich Eisen Show. Again, catch us on Game Day Morning coming up on Sunday. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.